In this week's SS riding tip, we're going to give you 5 tips on how to master sand riding. Really important when you're riding sand is your body position. You want to make sure you squeeze the bike with your feet and your knees and you're relaxed on your upper body. The bike's constantly moving, it wants to go left, it wants to go right, and you're not able to hold on to the bike the whole time. So make sure you control the bike with your feet and your legs, and we will show you in some of our clips how I do that. And then kind of relax your upper body. If the bike's moving around a little bit, let it go, and make sure you have it tight on the bottom so it's not going to throw you off, but don't freak out when you're going to the left or the right a little bit.
It's important to keep your front end light when you're coming into a sandy turn. A little more rear brake, a little less front brake, and then just drag the brake. You can see I wheelie into the braking bumps, I keep the bike tight with my legs, and I don't shift down before I get to the turn. You don't want to shift down too early. Ride the bike in a higher gear so the suspension can work.
You see my riding position on the bike. My chest is forward, my elbows are up, I'm on top of the bike, but my hips go backwards. I flex my ankles, my hips are further back on the bike, putting pressure on my rear end so the bike's sticking down and gets traction, but I'm on the front of the bike, controlling the front end, steering the bike, going where I want to go, and that's really important. You want to control the bike, like I said, out of your legs, with your hips further back, but your upper body needs to stay in the front of the bike so you don't lose control of the bike and then eventually just lose the front end and crash.
As you can see in this section, it's really rough. Again, I'm riding a higher gear, standing up all the way. I'm always trying to put the front end on top of that next wave. That way I can keep the bike on top, it's never really sinking in, I don't have to worry about going over the bars, and I can carry some speed for a really rough section.
Another really important part about riding sand is shifting up a gear. You can see it in my clips. My bike's never really revving out really high. I shift up, I mostly ride 3rd and 4th gear to make sure that the bike's just running free. If I shift down, that engine brake kicks in, my suspension offloads, everything gets really nervous and shaky. I gear up, the bike's nice and quiet, and it's just moving through the bumps. It's tracking. I really just focus on my riding, and my bike's not dancing around all over the place.
When turning into the sand, make sure you stand up long into the corner. You see it here, I'm standing up all the way into the apex of the turn, and then once I sit down, I still sit down in the front of the bike and get on the gas immediately so the front end's not digging in and I can power out of the sand. Some long rough turns might require you to stand up all the way. As you can see here, neutral position on the bike, upper body leaning forward, and then I just stand up all the way and keep the bike balanced, controlling it with my legs.
That's a wrap. So we told you guys how to corner, how to brake, how to ride the whoops, how to stand up, and then our 5th tip, have fun. Make sure you enjoy the sand. Sometimes it can get a little bit frustrating, especially when you're starting out. So don't forget, it's a day on the beach, just enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, leave us a like if you liked the video, and we'll see you guys for our another tip next week.